Oh, what's up, guys? Guys and gals who watch YouTube. Well, as you can tell, or let me start the video off by saying, with that cab debacle over there, I may just give up on building a single cab because I don't really feel like trying to find another cab. And I don't really want to spend any more money on trying to find another cab, especially because most of the cabs I find don't have titles. And you know, the cops always tell you, oh, you can do a Google search and run a VIN check, blah, 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 blah. Well, let me tell you one thing. You can even talk to my buddy Eric, AB, on YouTube. I ran several VIN checks on that very cab. You know how many came up, showed that it was stolen? 0. I even ran one where it showed like a criteria, thefts, floods, or wrecks, and it said clear, none. So how the hell am I going to be able to search the VIN number online? Do you guys know a website that's free, that in the spur of a moment, if I'm looking to buy a cab right then and there, I can get on my phone before purchasing that cab and do a quick search, and it'll tell me if it's a clean VIN or stolen or whatever? Because as far as I know, you have to pay for them to tell you that. Even Carfax didn't even show me that whenever I searched it. I mean, maybe that's where I'm wrong. You have to pay. So, you know, I have to sit there at their place and say, hold on, I got to buy a fucking VIN check before I can tell you if this is a good, clean title or not. No, whatever. I'm done with it. But as you can see, I took the panties off this old girl here. And what I mean by that is the cladding. You know, I turned it back into a Tahoe or a Yukon, whatever your flavor is. It's all the same thing. It's all one GM body, and GMC puts their stuff on it, or Chevrolet puts their stuff on it, or Cadillac puts their stuff on it. It's a GM shell. You know, it's not one specific brand with GM. But, you know, I know this thing has been repainted, which you can see the line right there. Clear as day, you know, that's the paint job they did. I think this darker color is original. But I was looking to see, you know, because that cladding can hide a lot of problems and a lot of dents. I know my Escalade, one of the back pieces of cladding came off the back of my Escalade, and there's a massive dent under that plastic cladding. You know, is it okay for a body shop to do that, to cover it back up? In my mind, no. It needs to be fixed back there and then covered up with the plastic cladding, even though it will never ever be seen. You know, it's not, just to me, it seems shitty and half-assed to leave a big dent back there behind cladding. Like I said, even though it's never going to be seen, just fix it right. But anyway, I know this door's been replaced right here, and you can see there's like, let me see where I can get it. Like right here, there's a big wavy dent, and right there's a dent. It's like pushed in right here. And of course, there's this dent right here. There you go. You can see that better. So this door, I'll need to find another door. And on the back here, all I noticed was this one little spot right here. Basically, yeah, right there. Little tiny dent right there. And oh my God, look at these runs right here. That's not ice. It's not cold here. That's a clear coat. So god damn. Come on now. I want to make sure this thing was clear coated. On this other side over here, I haven't cleaned this side up at all. It's still got the glue on it, or you know, the two-sided tape and everything. But there's a little dent, little tiny dent right here. Little tiny little bump right here. Other than that, pretty clean. 0 rust, no rust. This thing I noticed, it had a lot of markings all over it. This thing got basically cavity waxed at some point in its life. So there is, I can show you on the inside. And you know, when I pulled the cladding off this thing, well, I was trying to make it light as a single cab just for a project until I built a single cab, but looks like this is just going to be a race truck. I don't know. It's basically a mullet mobile now. It's business in the front, all full interior, AC, heat, everything, creature comforts. That's the business side. And this is the party side. This is the long-haired mullet, you know, hose in the back. Hose in the back of the hoe. Where's that spot at? Yeah, right here. You can see in there that dark stuff. That's not dirt or anything. That's actually wax. And it's like all throughout the inside panels of this thing. So this thing has been cavity waxed. Even, no, this door hasn't been because that door's not original. Over there, I had to wipe a bunch of wax out to put some sound deadening. It was that same brown colored wax. It almost looks like, what's that stuff in a can that everybody uses on YouTube? Shit, I can't think of it. Is this shed open? I think I got a can in here. Where is it? This stuff here. It's like everybody uses that up north. But I'm gonna go ahead and lock this because it's late. I need to finish this video up and go to bed. It's late. It's like probably 2 in the morning. But yeah, like I showed, I got the HD front end on it. Tahoes with HD front ends. I never knew that they existed, but I should have known. And it just kills me that this thing has that one little dent right there. There's a little dent right there. You can see it in the daytime when the sun hits it. But this whole hood dent-free except for that one spot. And that was because there was a door laying on it. The mirror on the door was pushing into that. So yeah. That freaking fuck that I bought this from. He's like, oh, perfect HD hood. No, you ruined it. Because your dumbass set the fucking door down on it with the mirror pushing into it. But anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, I need to find a door. Obviously need to find tail lights because the Escalade lights, you know, they poke out on the side. So I need to find Tahoe lights. You know, I got the wire harness down in there. I got everything off the back of the door. Or I mean off the back of the glass. And funny enough, you know, this just sticks on there. And if you look right here, there's your factory Tahoe push button. There's the plastic and there's the push button. So literally I could just paint this black and it'd be a Tahoe. And I'm gonna delete this rear wiper and this arm right here. I don't really need it. I kind of want to delete this up here because this thing is just no good, falling apart. But it'd be kind of hard to find another Tahoe one, or I don't really want to pay for one, and that one's glued up there pretty good. The roof rack I took off. I just put some, some bolts in those holes up there until I figure out another way to fix that. This one up here, it's got a little rust around it. That one was about to get bad, but it's still surface rust. It's barely bubbling under the paint on that one. I can still fix that. It's still solid. I can't open the hood right now because it's just sitting on here because the last couple of days we've had rain after rain. Every single Friday it would rain and storm. And then this past rain, it freaking rained all night. We got like almost 4 inches of rain. Just straight up rain until you're tired of rain. And then guess what? It's still raining. But yeah, I know it's hard to film. I need to come out here during the daytime and film this thing. But like I said, the front up here, it's still completely business. Still got full interior and everything, so it's a ruined Escalade now, but oh well. I'm curious to get this thing weighed to see what it does weigh. Because, I mean, obviously I took the bumper off back here, and now I could get a proper roll pan for it. Because, you know, they make roll pans for Tahoes, but there's only a couple people in the world that make a roll pan for an Escalade. And the one I looked at in California, it was like $600 or $700 for the roll pan. Because it's like a fiberglass one, and you have to get it like made on here. You have to get it made on with the plastic cladding. But this metal, you know, metal roll pan, I can shave back those beat ass bent up frame rails right there. Excuse me. But yeah, there's more pieces that I'm cutting out of this thing. I don't know, so is it ruined? In my mind, it's not. I mean, if I were to remove the AC and do all that stuff and strip it that way, it'd be kind of ruined. But I kind of want to keep the AC because, you know, it's nice having AC and defrost and all that stuff. And, you know, still having the front business up there complete, minus the center console. But that's what I've been trying to figure out, you know. Rear bumper gone, spare tire holder, jack, full back interior gone. It's converted to two-wheel drive, so no transfer case, no front differential, CV joints. I probably could get it lighter if I converted the front to coilovers and removed the torsion bars, but I'm not doing all that. Let's see. I guess that's about it. I don't know. From the research I've done, I've seen some single cab short beds weigh up to 4,700 pounds. I guess that's a fully loaded one with nothing removed. And this Escalade is supposed to be 5,800 pounds. I'm sure I can't remove 1,000 pounds from this thing. But, you know, that's 5,800 pounds with the second and third row seating, everything on it. The cladding weighed a little bit, but nothing substantial. Your real weight is going to be those back seats, the rear bumper, the spare tire, you know, the transfer case, the front differential, you know, the meat and potatoes stuff, the real thick stuff. But I can tell you one thing, you know, you try to pick up this back seat or that third row seat by yourself. It's got to be a couple 100 pounds, just the back seats. I don't know. I had someone tell me the passenger seat and something else is 100 pounds if you take it off. Passenger seat and spare tire, 100 pounds. I guess, I don't know. So maybe a couple 100 pounds for the back seats. And this thing has never had it had a spare tire under it off of a Suburban. But I'm not putting that back under there. So I don't know, when I get it all tore apart, or well, all put back together, the front, I'm not putting the front back together right now because I need to clean it. You can see there's like a bunch of just gunk. I need to clean it. There's a bunch of like leaves and stuff up in here. I got this side cleaned right here, all the two-sided tape off of this because it had a fender flare. Because, you know, 2500 HD. And like I said, this side over here I haven't started on because, well, I mean, it's up against this wall here. I need to move it out. But I'll end up blowing this front end apart again, cleaning the fenders up really good, cleaning everything. Because there's no point in throwing it back together with mud and grease and shit all over it. It don't match, obviously, but, you know, maybe one day I can get a paint job. I really like that cranberry red color, that dark red color. Maybe I can get all this color matched like that and get those holes up there welded in and filled in. But, I mean, that's all I have for now. I'll try to come back during daylight and show you guys more. But anyway, let me know what you think. Did I ruin it? Is it worthless? Am I an idiot for doing this? Well, you know, if I'm an idiot, there's a bunch of idiots on YouTube and there's a bunch of idiots everywhere. We're all idiots when you think about it. And who cares? It's just another GM product. It's not like it's a freaking one-off Lamborghini that I tore up or anything. It's just this. It's no big deal. But anyway, you guys have a great day or night whenever you watch this, and take care.